Hey,
Hello.
it's me not in the middle of your thing. It's so weird.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh, I
god.
forgot snacks. Wait.
Go get snacks. Oh
I have
yeah.
snacks. Don't you
I'm
even
still
wait.
here. I'm still here. Y'all
Okay.
keep going.
Well, don't worry. We'll get to the sponsorships in just a minute once Ava has her snacks. But hey, it's me, Elise, not your GM for the night. That honor goes to Tyler, but we'll get there in a second. Um, we are going to speed run announcements because we want to give as much time as we have to our wonderful GM and the wonderful one shot that he wrote. Like what? Oh my god. Okay.
Of
I'm
course,
so hyped.
Chelsea also has a poem too.
Yes, and Chelsea has a poem. Okay, so first, the first thing I would like to say is hi, I'm glad you're here. The second thing I would like to say is there's a lot of scheduling stuff to talk about, so let's get through it. Tomorrow, you can join some of us here, Rachel, Sam, who's not here, but will probably be here tomorrow for Moontree Isle. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Mountain Time, and I can't wait. I can't. I fucking love that game. And then on Saturday, delayed but coming back with a vengeance. So excited for this Goat's Eye interview, Goat's Eye View, with Narissa Hart, speedrunner. So I love speedrunning. I'll be there. Hope you'll be there. Ask some questions in the Discord. Speaking of Discord, you can use !Discord for a link in the chat to the Discord. Did you like that transition, Rachel? I saw you. I told you we're speedrunning it. um, to get more scheduling updates, you can also use that Discord stuff. There's also next week on Thursday, Spire, probably. That's what we normally do, but we couldn't tonight. So that's why we're playing this, which I, again, so excited for. And then on Friday, the 13th at 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain Time, we've got Fates of Rin. So come back then for the next installment. Is that like episode 1 of season 3 or something? Or
No, it's episode 2. So last time was just spoilers. Sorry, Burbage and Hikari, and this time will be
oh
me and
yes,
Charity and Stormbringer.
gotcha. Okay, so that's what's happening next week on Fates of Rin. Yeah, a week from tomorrow. Okay, we already talked about !Discord. You can also use !merch for links to the merch store. There's new items coming next week, so keep an eye. And !Donate to support causes near and dear to our heart. We are supporting the Trevor Project, which is an amazing charity that supports LGBTQ youth and works on zero suicide among those folks. So, yeah, if you have the means to do so, we'd love for you to check them out and consider donating. Also, so excited to announce this. We have a giveaway tonight. Yay! You can use !Giveaway to enter, which I'm going to do in just a minute myself. An !Giveaway info to get more info about it. Only Helpful Goat followers can win. So if you're joining us, not a follower, please make sure you give us a follow before you enter. And the drawing will be at the end of the stream. And the giveaway tonight is the module that we're playing tonight, written again by Tyler, which normally costs like $5-6, something like that to buy. So you can also just support Tyler by buying it if you want. Maybe we can get a mod to drop that link in the chat sometime. But you can also win it tonight in the giveaway. So use !Giveaway to enter. I think our normal giveaway rules apply. So yeah. Okay, how was that for all of that? With that done, I would love to hand the reins over for Thursday night. It was so unusual, so exciting, to Tyler.
Yeah, great. So we are gonna jump right in here.
We didn't do Chelsea's poem, sorry.
Does anyone want to read the poem before we hop in?
I will. Sorry, I was eating a chip. That'll come in play. We're doing snack pack today. It's just gonna be in game. Super excited for Dragon Queen's Cradle, a blazing adventure ahead, but hopefully not fatal. High above the ground, a treasure may wait, so many choices to make and delightful moments to create. Huge shout out to Tyler. Your incredible talent shines in all that you do. Much love, goats. I can see and hear you. Thank you. That's so good.
Yay!
Boy, with all this praise before we even start, I am just not nervous at all to see how this goes.
Tyler, you're
Uh,
terrible. Did that
Thank you.
help?
I needed that. Good. Cool. So before we get to player introductions, we're gonna hopefully get to them in just a second here. We're gonna jump right into Dragon Queen's Cradle. This is a canyon tucked away in a kind of the easiest highway between two major cities. However, it is not often traversed, given that it is the roosting area for a variety of chromatic dragons, which in D&D speak are inherently evil dragons. So about a year ago, there was a Githyanki warband who had crashed there. They racially fight mind flayers, which are effectively Cthulhu people, because eons ago they were enslaved by them. There's a whole multi-planar warfare kind of going on between those two races. So these Githyanki, crashed in this general area and have since encamped themselves here. And Githyanki made a long time ago a pact with Tiamat, who gifted them red dragons as mounts. So the rumors have kind of spread over the past year that there is a clutch of red dragon eggs in this encampment. So adventurers from far and wide have kind of come to the Queen's Cradle, as some of the locals call it, to test their mettle to see if they can get in to this Githyanki encampment and see if they can maybe get an egg for themselves. Everybody's motivations are their own. That said, where we are kicking off, so our players here have been making their way northward, possibly from one of the major cities in the area, Mora to Hormir, which is this little hamlet that's kind of the last spot of civilization before you get to this canyon. And they have boarded a carriage in Hormir that's kind of been offering very easy travel for the tourists and the adventurers as they're going to this kind of tent city that has kind of sprouted up right in front of the Githyanki encampment. And I will get us over to here. We are now in our carriage on our merry way to this little Githyanki encampment / small tent city just outside. It is a pretty lavish carriage. Its seats are for soon-to-be friends, and one purple tiefling. He is very finely dressed and has been kind of studying our group for the last maybe minute or so, and finally he speaks up. Let me put
so you all look like seasoned adventurers. Is there a tale I might know you from? Some great deed, maybe? I am Pan. By the way, it is good to meet you all.
And with that, let's go ahead and start. Whoever wants to start, sure.
Escanita is gonna kind of let out like a She's very well put together. You can see kind of her portrait is like a very cloaked figure, almost kind of like monkish with a touch of like fae in there. And she's going to and she's going to open up her robe and like produce a bunch of like snacks, like little pre-packaged like wrapped snacks, and she'd be like, any story should be told with snacks, don't you think, everybody? And she's gonna start like handing out little treats, and she's gonna be like, I am not some great figure, my people kicked me out. You may have heard the Fae City which came crashing into this world. Well, it was yours truly who did such a thing. The war was going on forever, and well, I grew tired. So now I'm here, exiled and honestly just looking for a good meal. There are so many crazy things here. Eggs, uh, cows. They do not have these in the Feywild. That's insane. So now I go around and I get food and I cook it because I am an expert. And when I can, I give mercy to those who are dying or
Just not the
living,
cows.
or not the cows. No, I mean, it is mercy to them. They are made into hamburgers. Crazy, crazy, awesome invention, by the way. Good job. But yes, I am but a humble snack maker now. I do not think that anybody needs to concern themselves too much. But my name is Esquinita Hueso. And if you haven't heard of me, then you're a fool. Who else would like to tell their story? And she'll pull out like a little jar of like sludge and like take a little sip and just be like, oh, no, this is for later. And put it away.
Hi, I'm sorry. Did you say there was food?
Yes, here, take. And
Thank
each
you
of you gain
so
6 temporary hit
much.
points if you eat the food. So
What's that?
you gain 6 temporary hit points if you eat
Yeah.
the food.
I'm just gonna start eating the food and being like, this is so delicious. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Cece, and I'm trying to think of how you might know me. I may be more known for what I am than what I've done. So, you know that we're going to the Gith Yankee and they hunt mind flayers, and mind flayers are really scary. Well, I was almost a mind flayer, but I'm not really. They tried to make me one and it didn't work, and that's why I can do what I can do. It was an amazing luck that I had that just doesn't happen to very many people. I'm trying to think of how you might know me. I steal a lot. Do you follow great thefts? Like I've stolen the amazing axe Nemesis, Bringer of Torment. I also stole Echo, the Torch of Blood. Or have you heard any of those? Are any of these ringing a bell for any of you? Or...
I was going to steal Nemesis myself. I didn't know you were the one that beat me to that job,
Yeah,
so that
I'm
is
just really, really good
it is-
at it.
good on you. Good on you.
Yeah, I can tell you who I sold it to if you want to steal it from them.
Maybe later. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's probably
that
going to
would
be
be good.
easier anyway. You don't have to go through like a whole rotting castle filled with ghouls and things like that. So it's just like a merchant. So
Oh well, that should be easy to take from then. That is, yeah, it's good. It's good.
well, that's me. Thanks.
I look at Lilac and just raise an eyebrow.
I look back. Oh. All right, man. I'm Lilac. You know, I'm mostly here just for like a good time. Like, you might know me as like the swamp sewer person, right? Like the
Delilah
only
scoffs
person.
so hard.
The only person who lives in the sewers infamously, like, with, like, the whole palace down there, you know? Like,
Isn't there another person there with you?
I mean, I have some concubines, but they come and go.
He's just
you know.
gonna lean over and just take a really, really deep smell from you. Like, she's gonna get in way too close, like right at the like nape of your neck, and just be like, "Oh yeah, that's really ripe."
Hey man, I like it. All right, I'll talk to you later. But yeah, so like I don't know. I'm Lilac, and I'm just here for a good time. You know, I just want to see some dragon eggs. I'm like all about nature and like just vibing. And, you
Food.
know, like also I just gotta keep an eye on like this one, and I gesture toward Delilah.
It's obviously not me who needs to be kept an eye on, and I give like I'm in like very nice like scholarly robes and like what like Lilac is wearing, I presume your vermin thing, right? So like just looks
Yeah.
like covered in rat hair, I
Rat
presume.
pelt.
Yeah.
Think of like Radagast in The Hobbit, and that's like me, but like slimier.
Slimier. Yeah, so yeah, Delilah's like obviously not the one who needs to be kept an eye on. So sorry for my little sisters. Bullshit. My name is Delilah the All-Seeing. You've probably heard of me.
Mildred.
Whatever, Carol. Um, and Delilah just kind of like she has this like very luxurious gold hair and just kind of like brushes it back. She is wearing like her features are obscured behind this like very like magically well-fitted mask over her face, but the mask is red and her skin that you can see kind of the chin and like neck underneath are also red, in contrast to her sister's skin, which is kind of bluish color. So like, and she she's like, you know, perhaps you recall the incident where the ocean came out of the ocean and there was 4 days of sea creatures spectacle on spectacle for the city. That was my doing. That's the kind of
That was you.
that
Thank
was me.
you.
Yes, I
Sea cows.
sea cows. Yes.
They're
Oh,
everywhere.
that's right. You were the one who took advantage of it by fishing. Yes, there were. Most people just fish from the sea, but I guess when you can see what you're fishing because it's illuminated through sunlight, that's much easier. Yes, that was my spell. It just kind of happened that way, and
I like this.
I owe someone some money. I didn't think that actually happened. Oh,
well,
Uh,
don't
sorry.
underestimate me again, I suppose.
that is fair.
I forgot because I'm terrible at things. To describe myself, like physically and what I look like, and I didn't know if we wanted to also do that to make things easier. But we don't have to.
I would like to hear.
I was just gonna say I am a tiefling, and I have very tan, bronzed skin and platinum blonde, like long, flowy hair, and big curling horns. And I've very, very, like, very, very, very scrawny, and I like just weirdly not a whole lot of anything on me, kind of string bean, and I've got a deep, like, velvety purple cloak, and I'm wearing uh waist what looks to be like a wrestling championship belt. So it's just like super huge and has like a giant buckle on it with the face on it. That's me.
Well, it is wonderful to meet you all. I I wish you well in whatever you are planning to do when we reach the cradle. I just, I'm actually coming here from Mora, a guild representative. I had a friend, Shock. He's a halfling. I don't know if you heard the story. He returned a few weeks ago. Tried to scale the walls that were put around the Githyanki encampment. could spider climb. So you just walked straight up, and then got maybe about 50 feet up, and then he just fell like a stone, and then got kind of riddled with arrows on his way down. It wasn't until after we got him back that found out he had been feeble-minded, actually. So it's gonna be a bit before he gets back on his feet. So, just I guess a word of caution is in order with these Githyanki. They seem to be a little protective of their space.
Duly noted. Besides the wall, is there any other point of, or I suppose in the wall or below, above? What is the
The
point of
best
egress?
way I have been told to get in is through the Githyanki have kind of outsourced, I guess you could say, to the kobolds in the area. So there is a kobold liaison named Meek the Mighty, I believe. She has been coming out day after day and has been seeking champions or people worthy to look upon the eggs. Hasn't gotten anyone yet. Or there might have been a group or two that have gone through, but haven't seen them beyond going through the whatever hatch the kobolds had them go down. So aside from that, the whoever's on the inside of the Githyanki encampment clearly values their privacies. Certain spells I don't really understand, as I am not a caster by any means, but they have been apparently casting certain spells there for quite some time. Once again, probably there's someone better than me to ask this. Maybe when you reach the tent city, you can find someone who knows a little more. But that's the little information that I have to go on. I extend it to you, as you know. I've always been told it is bad taste to let those you are in the company of die too easily.
Has anyone tried to talk to the Githyanki? Maybe just have a chat?
The only people that have gone in to talk to the Githyanki are those that Meek has deemed worthy of conversation.
Are they chatty?
I don't know. The only person I know who would have had a conversation with the Githyanki was Shock, and he fell off the wall. So I don't know anyone personally. Perhaps I have met a few Githyanki in my roamings in the world, and not altogether untalkative. A bit cold sometimes as a whole, but not complete lack of etiquette or conversational skills.
Eskinita's gonna pull out little sanitary wipes and be like, one for you, one for you, one for you. Well, it sounds like
what
we
was
have
the
our
snack?
hands.
Sorry, what was the snack Escanita gave us?
It looked like a cookie, kind
Okay.
of. It was not made out of cookie things. It was just made out of, I assume something horrible like rat buttholes or
I ate that right away.
Yeah.
bat feet or something super weird, but I'm sure it didn't taste too bad. I'm used to Faye things, She's like, yeah, it's just a standard gorilla gizzard cookie.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, go on.
So sounds like we should talk to this person. They're just offering to let us walk in. That seems like a pretty good deal.
That's what I'm going to be trying to do. try to, sweet talk my way through whichever entrance they allow me to go through and see where I can go from there. So with that, your carriage ride is coming to an end. You start coming up upon a pretty literal like pop-up, tent city, like very low budget, like carnival level tents and such, where like a strong wind could probably blow a lot of this away. You see right as you're about to get out, there is a fight that's going on. There looks to be some kind of armored golden dragonborn just getting the absolute shit kicked out of them by a very imposing looking orc woman. And as Pan kind of opens the carriage door, you see this gold dragonborn just trying to just start crawling away on their stomach, and people are just kicking, and like some people have like Joker Dark Knight like boot blades where they're stabbing him with their kicks. And
Can my character like run out and immediately like attack him?
the gold dragonborn? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to run out too. That was what I was.
Yeah, sure,
saying.
yeah.
But I want to run out and just start yelling, "Fight, fight!" and then say, "Me next!" And I want to punch the orc in the face.
Oh, no. And
Great.
just like that, the one shot is derailed.
I'm attacking the dragonborn to be clear.
Okay.
I just think we're all having a fun fight. And
Are
I
we
just
gonna
wanna
have
be
a
the
long
next in line
rest?
to do the fight?
Before or short rest where I can use arcane recovery.
knows, Elise?
Before,
I
because I
can
could
force
make this
a long
dragonborn a
rest.
zombie if we wanted to.
I can force a long rest at any point in time.
Oh, interesting.
So there's that.
Force a long rest is such an interesting sentence.
It is, and I really pray it works.
Okay, better question. Like, what time of day is it? How likely are we to get in tonight or today?
Yeah. So it's about noon. It was probably like a 2 or 3 hour carriage ride to get here. So yeah, it's about noon now. How long do you think it's going to take you to get into this encampment?
Is it worth burning
these are-
a 5th level spell slot to make this guy a zombie?
Is it? It could be. That's on you. I don't know.
Can't control.
Alrighty, so 2 people be punching, right?
Mhm.
Great. If I can get some rolls, that'd be wonderful.
I'm not proficient in unarmed attacking, right?
Ah,
So-
you don't need to be. Just go ahead and roll. It's just your strength then.
Monks
rolled a
are definitely
32.
proficient in unarmed.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And then after the 32,
sorry.
I'm using Flurry of Blows, which I think lets me attack 2 more times. Does it use a key point? I don't want to use it if it uses a key point.
I believe it uses a key point to do flurry of blows. Yes.
That's pretty not cool. Is he does he look like pretty close to death?
How much did you hit for? Sorry.
I haven't rolled damage yet.
Okay. Go ahead and give me damage, and I will let you know. And are you punching lethally or non-lethally?
Lethally, like for
Great.
sure.
This is
Lethally, and then it's 6 damage, but I'm also adding in the Hand of Harm, which lets me roll, I think 1d10 plus my Wisdom modifier as extra damage.
sure. Go for it.
So an extra 4, so total of 20 damage.
Okay. How do you want to gank this poor fuck?
I think she will jump out of the wagon and be like, "Oh, such a poor soul," and then she will just like smash his head in like one punch and just like explode his head off, and just be like, "You have been guided to the afterlife. You suffer no more. The hand of mercy is upon you." And she will be like, "If you had eyes, I would close them, but that doesn't seem necessary anymore. And then she'll just turn back to the cart and be like, "Where are we going?"
And I believe Cece was going to be punching
Yeah.
the orc.
So I rolled an 11,
Great.
and my strength is +7.
Okay.
So that'd be an 18.
Let me check. Because, I expected this. That'll hit. That'll hit.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? Punching, if you're not a monk, is just 1 damage, right?
It's 1 plus your strength.
Oh, so 8.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, so
That
you
is,
just see this, like, super scrawny, little, tiny, like, tiefling one just go up and just fucking say, "Fight! Fight! Me next!" and just deck the orc in the face.
Okay. So, it's going to be 2 separate rolls for 2 very different things. But if you want to go ahead and roll me a religion check, and
good at that.
then then Rachel, if you want to roll me a nature check.
Oh wait, am I rolling the
Oh,
religion
you're doing
check?
the religion.
Yes.
I'm doing the nature.
Oh, okay.
I'm also really bad at that. So
I'm real
That's
great
a-
at
hey,
religion.
a
Yeah.
16 is not too bad. A 17 minus 1.
14. Pretty sure I'm a legend.
Cool,
Oh my
cool,
god, is
cool,
at
cool.
least the only one with intelligence?
I have -1 intelligence.
Because I also
Um,
have a -1 intelligence.
Yeah, dumb squad.
+5, +5.
I'm very happy with how high you guys rolled. That's wonderful. With -1s, that's great. Okay. So Rachel, with your 16 in nature, as you punch this this orc in the face, you notice the size of her tusks that she has are like much larger than any orc you would have ever come across. Whether this is like, a genetic, kind of abnormality, or whether this is like a sign of prestige in this orc's tribe, you're not sure. However, you do notice that something's off here. You can't quite put your finger on it, but they take the punch to the face, just look at you, spit out a tooth, and then they are gonna punch you right back. As
I
like
just am like, yeah,
yeah.
I can take it.
Tyler, have we been awake the whole time that like since like a normal waking hour, or like will we want to go to bed at a normal bedtime tonight, or did we like sleep in with the intention? Because I'm trying to get a sense of like will like I have an 8-hour duration spell. If I cast it now, do I get the full 8 hours before a long rest, or am I gonna like fizzle out at 8 hours and then still have 2 hours of fight without it or something?
Okay, so I did end up leaving out a smidge of a detail with Pan when he was talking about Meek. It's generally understood, now once again, he hasn't seen anybody come back from this, but it's generally understood that when Meek would take people to see the Githyanki, that was like a same-day occurrence. So you would be interacting with them probably within that 8 hours. It's probably not going to be like a multi-day odyssey to get you from one side of a wall to another. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like I would have the expectation that by like 10 p.m. tonight we're going to be winding down for bed because it's time for bed.
Yep.
Okay. Then all right. That's good to know. I'm just going to keep that, and I will not have casted anything, nor will I currently cast anything.
Great. Rachel. So our orc here is gonna try to give a good as punch as she got, and she manages to connect. However, you you're taking no damage. You take this punch like a champ. She seems very impressed with this. Just
Someone get this one a drink.
and then, tankards go flying in the air towards you. Attempt to catch one if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead and just give me a flat dexterity check.
15.
Perfect. Yeah, you managed to snag one just right out of the air.
Nice. I'll snag one and then I'll just chug it down.
Great. And then Ava, with your religion check, as you just explode this dragonborn's face into just everywhere, you notice there is an insignia emblazoned on their. They're wearing full plate. This is a symbol of Bahamut, who is the best goodest boy of all the dragon gods. So there's chromatic dragons, which are inherently evil, and then there are metallic dragons, which are inherently good. Bahamut is the god of the metallic dragons. You also know, kind of as an extension of that specifically red dragons and gold dragons do not get along, and this was a gold dragonborn.
Escanita does pick up a little bit of viscera, I think, on her way back to the cart, but it's
Sure.
not particularly interested or anything else.
Sure.
And pockets it away, and she's like, "Good soup stock for later." No waste on the battlefield. They do not suffer for nothing.
Well, that was certainly an entrance.
I need to get some water. I'm here. I just surprise habanero.
Make your mother proud. Suffer through it. This
These little
stream
red
sponsored
bastards.
by Little Red Bats. No.
Pain. Okay, yeah. So she's headed back to the car. Oh my god.
Sure.
Head back to the car.
Yeah, I'll just look at Pan and be like, so, this is normal here?
I'll be honest, this is my first time, so I'm gonna go with yes, though. This feels on brand.
Okay.
And there's, a mighty shout from the crowd as everyone is freaking out that there's a dead body. No one seems to be the least bit disturbed.
Delilah uses prestidigitation as often as she needs to make sure that the ground in front of her is clear of blood.
Good.
Also, just so you know, I'm going to put something in the chat, but I have this thing called Third Eye. And it's just a passive thing as a divination wizard that is always up. If I put it up until I take a long rest or I am incapacitated. So I'm going to have see invisibility currently just constantly up. So just in case that is something that comes into play.
So you put that up now?
As you cast prestidigitation to clean up the ground in front of you, I am going to be casting prestidigitation to make the ground in front of you even more gory and gross as you walk, but trying to do it sneakily so you can't see that it's me. I'm just going to try and be very tee-hee behind my hand as I do it.
I'm witnessing the whole thing from slightly behind, and I'm just
I'll assume it's Lilac and I'll hit her.
Okay.
But I just wanted to clarify, I've had this up all day, the invisibility. This would be something that every morning Delilah picks one of the effects of her third eye, and or every rest she does, and she would have see invisibility up right now.
Okay, great. So just real quick, you see not a lot, maybe 4 or 5 different people, invisible, not doing anything super nefarious, but they are like pilfering everyone's pockets as they're going through the crowd. Like they're definitely targeting like the rowdiest, drunkest idiots in like the group of friends that they would be going up to, taking shit and then just moving on to the next. So yeah, you see that happening
Okay.
on a pretty frequent.
I also have a
basis.
psi crystal, and I use my telepathic speech to tell them that if they dare to attempt to pickpocket anything off of me, specifically me, that I will destroy them.
Can they respond?
No.
Okay. Okay. You just they're looking. They're just looking around because they don't know where the voice.
Yeah. I will identify myself as like the red masked wizard with the gold hair.
Okay.
So that they know it's me.
In that case, they're all just kind of like one by one, standing perfectly still and just nodding to you.
Okay. Cool.
Like they are terrified. So good stuff.
This whole time, I'm just kind of like staying toward the back, and I have a little tiny flea that is my friend and that I speak to occasionally, and like just like kind of give commentary on what's happening. Like, Delilah thinks she's so cool, whatever, man. Like, everyone's just getting real rowdy, and that's it.
I'm so happy that the flea is here.
What's its name?
warms my heart.
Flea.
Of course.
Here's the thing: is like that's a revolving. Like, I think, or I know that it's always a different one, but I like to think it's the same one.
That's fair. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Dura is actually gonna, because of how much Cece has impressed her, is actually just gonna stick around with you, Cece. If you'll allow that. And she kind of pulls you aside and just says,
Hey, so just so you know, there's a gold dragon around here, which is
Like
that
an
little
actual dragon?
Oh yeah. That's
How
kind of why
big
I was
is
going
it?
around, kind of roughing up the dragonborns, because if anybody's gonna be a dragon in disguise, it's gonna be one of those fucking assholes, like
It probably
all
wasn't
dragonborn.
that one since it died.
well, hey, now we know. And
That's a great way to find out.
right, you just I see a dragonborn now. If they're chromatic, they're good, but like if they're metallic,
Well, I
So,
just
like-
think you should punch everybody. It's more fun that way.
Oh yeah, you're right. It could be anyone.
Yeah, I once
Interesting.
saw a bronze dragon just turn into like a little girl. So you never know.
We should be going after the innocent. You're right.
Yes. Well, I mean,
The
anyone, like,
the
truly
conversation kind of
innocent?
opens up to the group at large. So if somebody was like a dragon here, and I know it's not you guys because like the rumors were kind of like before you guys got here, so it's definitely not you. I hope not, because that'd be a little fucked up, and then I'd have to kill you. But
I'd like to see you try.
I could, but like I'd rather put my time into killing dragon. That's what I do. I'm a dragon slayer. So,
But just gold dragons? Or
what was that?
just metallic
Oh,
dragons?
I kill. It's honestly, it's mostly metallic because they're the biggest assholes. But like, all dragons they're like most fun to kill.
Do you have
is-
any talons, scales for sale, components for spells?
She has a necklace of what looks like dragon teeth. I have I have scales collected from all my kills.
Do you have dragon gizzards? They make excellent cookies.
I do not.
It is a shame. I
Oh,
have my
like,
own collection.
that is a noble pursuit.
Many gizzards.
You guys want to like go around and punch people with me before
No,
Pete gets here, or no? All right.
just seems like a lot of work.
I mean, I mainly like fighting when it's either that both people want to do it or one person just needs to die.
That's fair. No, I get that. All right, so I'm gonna go do my thing. Try not to die.
Why would a gold dragon be here?
Because they hate red dragons.
So we feel pretty good about there being red dragons.
Oh fuck yeah, that's like the Githyanki. You know, if there's a
Has anyone seen one though? I mean, like they're big, and just because there's a wall doesn't mean we wouldn't see them
Like
flying.
an egg,
or-
maybe.
Yeah, you know dragons can fly,
oh
right?
fuck yeah,
Fuck
Oh,
yeah, okay.
fuck yeah. lot of gold dragons.
Red
Not gold
dragons.
dragons, red dragons.
Okay,
That
cool.
was Tyler fucking up. Red dragons. Not gold dragons. Yeah, we haven't really seen any of the Githyanki, but we have certainly seen a lot of red dragons kind of hanging out.
You're a dragon killer, right? Like, what
Oh yeah.
would you say is like the best way to, I don't know, skewer and maybe roast?
Are you talking like a like a meal or
You have to kill
like
first,
an
but
actual
yes,
kill?
that'd be both. All three. They're like
mean-
Sky Cow, but fire. Spicy Sky Cow.
Yeah, I mean, I kill the dragons, and then I normally, you know, I'll take it with me to
How do you kill them?
go. Oh, there's a couple different ways.
My camera. I'm a blur now. Hello,
Um,
have you heard of Claritin? Are you Claritin Clear?
I am
This
not.
stream's sponsored by.
This stream
Hey.
is sponsored by Claritin Clear.
My favorite way to kill a dragon is to like, you know, take what it does best. So like, you know, gold dragon likes fire. I like to kill it with cold. Then, you know, get that yin yang thing going on.
Mhm.
And I really just like to make them like cry a little bit before they die, because it's important that they're brought down to our level.
That seems like a lot. Would you like a cookie?
Yeah, I would love one.
Yeah, have one. It will help you. And I give him a gorilla gizzard and rat butthole cookie.
As she's reaching to give it to him, I like scurry quick and grab it and shove it in my mouth. Thanks.
Greedy
me, right?
child. There are only so many of those. You do not have infinite supply of gorilla gizzards. They take me so long to get. The jungle is like
It's
on the other side.
it's fine.
You
I'm
shut up and eat this cookie, and she'll pull out one cookie and she'll like protect it. Be like, no, you had yours, and you take this one.
all
Right,
right. So
fine, man.
she takes it, eats it. Is this just a normal cookie, or is this a temporary hit point cookie?
It's a temp hit, but I get one per proficiency, so I
Okay.
have a total of like some amount.
Nice.
How long?
Nice.
How
Okay.
long do we have hit points for?
That was my last one actually. Forever till you die.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
It's
six
until they go
temporary hit
away.
points.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Now, they don't stack. So if there was something else that were to give you temporary hit points, they would just overwrite what you already have.
That's bullshit, Tyler.
Well, you know, tell the wizards who live on the coast that, because I didn't. Yeah. Where was I? So
They were being racist about dragons.
Yes, so racist about dragons. The orc is gonna eat this wonderful cookie. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Dora Tinderhook. Maybe you've heard of me. Maybe you haven't.
Swipe left. Sorry.
Um,
Tinder hook. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Oh man, yeah, there it is. I walked into that. That's fine.
Bethany's rubbing off on me. I can't.
And this is the orc that
Yes.
okay. And it's a woman, she, her pronouns.
It's yes, she, her. And Pan was he, him. I don't know if I said that.
Oh, so like, why are you here? Do you just want to kill the gold dragons, or?
I mean, so I'm a big fan of chromatic dragons. Clearly, I want to meet the Githyanki and see if I could
Get
you know,
an egg.
get an egg, become a dragon knight eventually. That'd be pretty fucking cool.
You don't think they're just gonna kill you?
I mean, they can try, but like, their main thing is like, oh hey, let's kill it with fire, and I kill dragons. So like, what are they gonna do?
Stab you until you die.
They could, and if they do that, and I'm dead, and that's cool,
Hey, at least you had a cookie, right? I mean, hey,
hey,
get much better than that.
It's a good day to die tonight. Now, like I had a cookie. That's
Well, Dora, this has been great. Where is Meek? When does Meek come?
Meek should be here in about an hour. So I got people to punch. I'll be around. If you hear screams, don't worry. It's just me. Well, it's not me. It's them, probably. So
If Cece gets really bored, we'll send her your way.
great, perfect. And she kind of turns and immediately like swings a punch. And the crowd, it kind of becomes a weird game of cat and mouse where occasionally you'll just see her kind of chasing after someone in the background.
These
Pan
are really weird.
Yeah. Pan is gonna look to you guys and just kind of.
This is a really fucked up place. I'm gonna go to somewhere relatively quiet and work on. Is anyone good with alchemy here?
I love alchemy. It's my favorite.
Okay, but are you good at it?
Are you good at alchemy?
Being good at something is subjective. But I mean, alchemy, cooking, they're pretty close. I can make a good beer. I can make probably potion.
I'm trying to make something that's going to impress Meek when they get here, but the components are a little finicky.
Is that a thing? Is that something we're supposed to do? Have like something to impress me?
So most people, when Meek comes, Meek kind of gets up on a little pedestal and announces that they're going to be selecting people, and most people just kind of, it becomes a mosh pit. There's a lot of people just punching each other. It's probably better if you either speak to Meek or do something that Meek would go, ooh, that's pretty good. I think that person would be a wonderful friend for the Githyanki to have. So something that's probably not just I'm going to punch the living daylights out of the person next to me until the little kobold maybe notices me. I don't know.
Shouldn't you have maybe told us about this before we got here, and then we could have.
I have something to get us in.
Oh, okay.
All of us.
Oh,
Not you though. Well, maybe.
okay.
you.
No, that's fine. I'll work on my own thing, and
Do
then
it.
like if I get in, I can talk like all of you up, and like maybe you could talk me up. If I don't get
Oh,
in,
yeah.
I don't know.
Totally.
So it's basically just like a group project, and I could just do nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, you could. It might be best if you know, because
I've already started looking around at other things.
So with that, Pan's just gonna a drunk just kind of slid off a bar stool at one of the pop-up bars that just says bar, and he's gonna go and just I'm gonna a seat just opened up.
I thought you said you wanted a quiet place.
This is probably as quiet as it's going to get. Yeah, just have a nice time.
Does any of you think that they can convince a kobold to maybe go on a journey? I'm not very good at talking to
Yes.
people.
Yes, I
I
definitely
thought
can.
you said you have something to convince them.
Well, it is more like I have a thing to show them, but they have to be willing to go. I mean, it is like she pulls out a rod and she's like, it is like this. I have dinner dimension. I give them dinner. We all have nice meal. Kobold is wood. We go inside to have cookie.
So
Oh, good.
what do you want? How?
I just need
Can
you
I
to
help?
make them say yes.
I
Like
mean,
willingly.
if a
I'm good
powerful
at
display
that.
of magic is what's required, I think that this is not difficult. Do you suppose imitating dragons is appealing to Meek?
This voice is killing my throat.
I guess can I I don't know. Is an insight check appropriate when someone's not present? Because like I'm trying to like get some insight into like what would Meek think, right? Like about like somebody who's just like
You can go with either insight or nature. I can give you different different
well,
tidbits of information
nature
depending on
is
what.
better. Um, is there any way to finagle help action from my pseudo dragon for this?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, great. So I can do this with advantage.
You certainly can.
Oh man, I don't have the toggle advantage on. Okay, I'm ready. Here we go. We're doing a nature.
We're doing a nature.
That will be a 23 nature.
Wow. Yes. So from that, you can definitely glean that kobolds, as like across the board, generally serve dragons. So because Meek is the liaison for the Githyanki, it's probably an easier hop, skip, and a jump for you to say probably serving the matron dragon that they would have with them, not so much the Githyanki themselves. So any display of, ooh, you're a friend to the dragons would be probably better than, oh yeah, the Githyanki are cool. I can help them do stuff. And that is what your nature check reveals there.
I'll kind of convey this information and ask the group. So do we think that's something like, okay, so I have a spell that lets me just kind of like do dragon related breathing, as in I can just blast acid, fire, lightning in an area and just do a shit ton of damage to a lot of people, which I think chromatic dragons generally like. So, do you think this would be something Meek would like? And if so, my plan is upon Meek taking the stage in the brawl, but to just yell in Draconic, "Hey, watch this!" and then just on people and just like just like lightning breath mow people down. What do we think of that plan?
You're such a show off.
All right. Lilac, you think of something.
I mean, I can do that thing, but like I can only do it once and we probably will need it later. So,
Which is why I'm trying to get us something that doesn't require our most
I mean, I think the
powerful
dragon
magic.
idea is pretty cool.
How
Dragon
do you
breath?
think
And
Meek feels about tentacles?
Probably a big fan.
Probably a fan.
I
Um,
couldn't tell.
huge fan.
Tentacle.
Okay, so I'll breathe lightning and you just tentacles.
Meek
Should I
comes
do
out with like a
big
bad dragon
tentacles, or should
hat.
I just turn like my eyeballs into tentacles?
I'd like to
Oh,
see the
no, I'd like the eyeball.
eyeballs.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay, great. And should I can I'll yeah, that sounds good. I could do the eyeball tentacles.
Okay.
We like
We
all
can always
need
do more
to
tentacles if we feel like it's necessary.
prove our worth, or is it more like a, like someone does something, we can just kind of like coast?
I suppose I don't know. Did Pan seem to indicate whether or not like they would take like a group based on one, or was it individuals, or did he not say?
He didn't seem to say one way or the other. It's not a possibility. It's very much a like from what he had said, it could be a crapshoot to figure out like who exactly is going to go in. Is it just one individual today? Are they going to take a group? And they're like, I'm only going if these people go with me.
Right.
Yeah. So
As like table talk, I have a spell, Pass Without Trace, where mask myself and my companions from detection. +10 bonus to dexterity checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. Leave behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. No, just
So
in
do we,
case.
so we could like sneak in after.
Right. Like if something doesn't work, we have a
Yeah,
plan
yeah.
B.
Yeah, and I can fly or squeeze into small holes, so I can also get into lots of places if we want to.
Okay. So plan A is dragon breath and then insist that everybody comes with, and tentacle eyes. Um I'm Delilah. Lilac. It's so similar. Delilah, lilac.
lilac.
The
Mhm.
lilac, yes. Lilac, do you have any type of, or I suppose, uh, Escanita, it's possible you do as well, any type of illusion magic that could, um, make me look like I have wings or some other type
Um,
of.
excuse me, I also have lots of magic.
Oh shit, I keep getting y'all's classes backwards. That's an Elise mistake. My bad. I keep
let
thinking
me
that
digress.
Ava is the caster and you're a monk, but Nero is a monk. So okay. Right. My bad. Cece or Lilac.
No, frick,
Any
what was
type of
it?
illusion
Escanita.
magic that we could add to just like, be impressive.
Escanita pulls out like 2 small little bat wings and like places them gently on you.
Okay. And
I mean,
like, are they magical bat wings? Like Delilah is
Those
waiting
are
for them
just
to
my
like
most
swoosh
delicious
out.
bat wings.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
That
Okay.
is all I have. I
I
am not very magical in this aspect.
I can polymorph you into
I don't think.
like a bird or
A dragon?
I don't I could maybe polymorph her into a pseudo dragon.
I mean, I've got the,
Like a lizard?
broom.
I could
So, if you
definitely
wanted to
do a
fly.
lizard.
So
Sorry,
we
I
have
don't really have that kind of stuff.
I can like, I could do the plant thing. Just put some
if
plants
you
on the ground for you.
turn
Um.
into lizard, I can throw you. Then you use fire breath. Flying lizard? Pretty damn close to dragon.
Sounds good.
I
Okay.
think
And you
that is a
cast
great.
spells while polymorphed.
I'm not gonna be polymorphed.
It's below her.
I wish
Yeah, I didn't take
I was
any
hoping that enlarge
solution.
reduce was gonna be a ritual spell so that I could like make the the wings bigger, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have it prepared, so okay. Yeah. Is there anything? Should we have a backup plan for, something?
I have a couple. Just if you feel an invitation, take it.
Okay.
Never turn down a good meal, you know.
Never.
ever.
So as your conversation winds to a halt, you start to hear kind of the general rumblings in the crowd of Meek is going to be arriving soon, and there's a small crowd starts to gather around this little uh, kind of raised platform to put Meek only like maybe half a foot above everybody else. And there is you overhear a someone in the crowd just kind of like jostles the general group, and it's a goblin, and they turn to you and say, "I don't need a kobold to get me into this encampment. It's just watch this, and if it don't like die if you try to follow me in." And then they make a beeline straight for the encampment's like massive stone walls that, now that you're looking at it for the first time, it's just covered in. Elise, you would definitely notice, or Delilah would definitely notice, that these are all glyphs of warding. These are all different triggered magical effects that if X happens, then X spell goes off. So this person sprints ahead. This goblin touches the wall, and you can see, Lilac, you would recognize the druid spell Pass Wall being started to cast, and it starts to open a hole about 5 feet wide in the encampment wall to the inside, and then they stagger back. The spell seems to fail. The wall kind of closes back in on itself, and the goblin then starts to wild shape itself into a bird, and then almost half transformation, they turn to stone.
Can I see if I would think that like plane shifting, like ethereal plane, and then walking through would also be something that they've warded against, or is like plane shifting higher magic than these folks can handle?
Go ahead and roll me a Arcana check.
With advantage from my pseudo dragon. I did not think of
How?
a suitably. I have a telepathic link bond, and I'm just like picking its brain for like everything. Like,
Does your pseudo dragon have any kind of bonus to Arcana?
let me
If
look.
so, I will give you the advantage.
Let me look.
Or if they have any spell casting of their own, I will also give you.
And
They have magic resistance, limited telepathy, but no spell casting.
Okay, then I will probably say no to the
Okay.
advantage. But you already have what, like it's like a plus 10, plus 11 to your
Arcana,
roll?
yeah, it's plus 11.
Oh.
23.
23, sure. Yeah, so kind of piecing together what Pan had told you on the way in, and kind of seeing the structure now, seeing the level of warding already up that's visible, you look up to the top level, and you can see kind of mist kind of bubbling up from the top. And you kind of come to a few conclusions. So one, they have probably been here for a long time. Pan had said that it's probably been about a year since you guys started hearing rumors, so it's probably been about that much time. In that time, a high-level caster can make certain effects permanent. Certain spells that you would have access to but might not necessarily know. Glyphs of warding, which you see all over the walls. Those are definitely around. There's another spell called Guards and Wards, which is another high-level wizard spell that is like basically the keep out intruders by confusing them. It's like the terrain is heavily obscured in some areas. They can kind of cause doorways and stuff to get all kind of turned around and shit. And then there's one you're not quite sure about this one because this one doesn't really have um, like kind of set visible parameters, but there's another spell called Private Sanctum, which would keep anyone who is not like of the like set group that the caster would have said these people are good. That like teleportation even is negated basically.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, then I would just like kind of quietly convey to the group, just trying to, well, I can telepathically do this, although I'd have to do it one person at a time. But I don't want this information going to others, so I'll do
Sure.
that. I'll just convey to the group like, sneaking is not in the cards. Even if we were unseen, it would not go well for us.
Oh,
What about
man.
flying? Can you fly over it?
No, flying, sneaking, pretty much anything except
Like, what if you flew like really, really, really
Actually, you can't
high?
respond to me telepathically. Oh wait, you can though,
I
because
can. So
yeah,
if you
we can.
talk to me telepathically, I will create a telepathic
right.
bond with you, and I will then start talking in your head back to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, we're
well,
near each other, right?
yeah, but I'm trying to avoid this information because I want more people like that goblin to fry themselves on the magical defenses. Like I
Yeah.
want the bugs to get zapped. And so I'm not going to let people know who aren't in our group that
So
I
what
think
are
after you
doing?
say that, Esquinitas just kind of like scoff and be like, "You soft body children."
so speaking of bugs getting zapped, this druid had some friends. They have sprinted to their friend's aid, and kind of just as they're about to get to them, you see another ward kind of sizzle on the wall, and there is this deafening, ear-splitting ringing that you all hear, and then uh, you guys are still like a little ways off, but can kind of see this. Everyone that had rushed towards this person gets like effectively pelted with their body as the stone explodes off. For those of you who have access
It
to
got
it, this is a
shattered.
very high. Yeah, this is a very high casting of the shatter spell. And then, for good measure, you see way up top on the kind of ramparts of this of this encampment. You see two Githyanki roll a big old boulder off and kind of crush the rest. So there's just good bit of blood. Definitely a body in many tiny pieces. And with
When I see
that,
the
Meek,
yucky, I wave at them.
they kind of prime their arrows.
And before we go on, can I ask, would Esquinita see these as things that could be like resisted? I mean, she is a monk, so like I have like every saving throw. I have like resistance to like charm, frighten, disease, like all this other stuff. I'm like immune to a bunch of things. Does she see this as like if she had like a toned enough body, she could legit just like run through certain areas of this? Or is it like fully straight up like unavoidable death kind of shit to her? Or do I need to
So,
make a roll for that, I guess?
I mean, given what Delilah has already kind of told you guys, and the level of warding that you can kind of see like plastered all over the walls here, and you saw as they were activating, they were kind of sizzling, and their effects were going off. You would have to avoid triggering any of them. The last person, like if you were to do like a wall run up the wall, um, on the way in, Pan had said that the last person to do that was from his guild, and they got feeble-minded,
Yeah.
which sets I think it's your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma to 1. And that, if you fail it, you can try again in the next 30 days. So there's stuff like that you could get past and then get to the top of the battlements where where you just saw the 2 Githyanki roll that boulder off, but then you don't really know exactly what you'd be facing beyond that point.
And how tall is it?
It is about 75 feet of sheer.
Okay,
rock.
cool. I can make that in 1 turn. Easy. Please, I can run 100 feet vertically. Monks are so weird. I've never played a monk.
Is Meek doing anything?
Yeah. So Meek, yeah, thank you. Meek has kind of gotten up to the top step, and there's like 5 or 6 kobolds with some pretty crudely made spears, and then one of them kind of hands up a twig that's kind of like a pronged fork, and Meek kind of taps into it, gets a kind of like mic feedback. Hello there. I'm Meek the Mighty. I'm here to see if anybody wants to come on in to the encampment, meet the the Githyanki and worship the dragons, or or just see them. I'm not gonna judge. Yeah, hi. Hope everybody's doing okay. Can I get a hello there?
Where is
Hello
Meek
there.
at?
So,
Oh, hello there. Oh, what was that? Sorry.
Where is Meek at? Is he at the top of the ramparts, or is he like out in the
Yeah,
gates
so
somewhere?
Meek real quick, pronouns she they. Yes, so Meek is not at the top of the ramparts. Meek is down on the ground with y'all. So Meek is kind of up on this little platform that is maybe only half a foot above the kind of medium-sized creatures in the crowd. So not very raised up, but yeah, still very much on the ground with everybody.
Nice. Before anything happens, I think I'm going to pull out a mask that has been hanging at my belt,
Okay.
which has like 2 dragon horns coming off of it and is red and white. In my backstory, I was fighting a war. The opposite side of the war was monks of the Ascended Dragon, which is partially why I'm so interested in eating a dragon, because I've been fighting against them my whole life. And this is the mask of like the commander that I killed that ended up like ending the
Nice.
war. So I pulled that out and I like put it on, and I go like, well, it's showtime, everybody, and I'll like hunch over with my little robe and like sneak into the crowd.
Yeah, so at this, the very, like, it's clearly rote for a lot of them now. Like, all right, I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna find a fight partner, and we're gonna go off and just punch each other and hope Meek chooses us.
Maybe that's why you haven't been chosen.
Telepathically, I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, what? We had a plan. Where are you going, Escanita?
Go kill somebody, do your thing. And Escanita's gonna get closer. I got that voice. Escanita's gonna get closer to the podium where Meek is, and she's gonna make sure that if anybody tries to like run up on the podium and attack Meek or like get up in that area, like given kind of the reactions that people have had, she knows that like maybe Meek is in danger, and so she's kind of keeping an eye on them and staying within 30 feet of the podium, and is just kind of like watching and making sure that she's safe and that nobody's like attacking both her and Meek at the same time. She's kind of keeping a low profile.
Okay, then I'll look at CC and I'll be like, showtime?
Just don't hit me, please.
Yeah. Am I doing the eye tentacles
The eye
or the hurty
tentacles.
tentacles? Okay, because the eye tentacles don't hurt anybody.
I just
That's
put
okay.
my hand on Delilah's shoulder, like we're together. Like,
I shudder, but I don't shake it off.
I see this, and I put my other hand on her other shoulder,
I'm just like,
and I just smile.
Cool. Mhm. Okay, I will. First things first, we're gonna just start with the big guns and burn that 9th level spell slot and cast Foresight. Foresight. Oh, you know what? I get something for being. It's a divination spell. So,
Yeah, so you'll get spell slots back.
which fuck. But I haven't spent any spell slots. I should have turned that guy into a fucking zombie. God damn it. Oh man, it would have been great. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I wanted to start with this because it gives me advantage on literally everything.
Sure.
So since we don't get 9th level spells that often, I'll just kind of give the gist. For
Please.
for 8 hours, I have the limited ability to see into the immediate future. I can't be surprised. I have advantage on attack rolls, ability rolls, saving throws, and other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against me for the duration. And the spell ends if I cast it again with my other 9th level spell slot, so that's not a problem. So anyway, I have burnt my 9th level spell slot on this. So for 8 hours, I have advantage on everything, and people have disadvantage against me. And I will now. Can I use prestidigitation to make my voice boom, or is that only the cleric one? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you're muted,
You're
Tyler.
muted, Tyler.
That's thaumaturgy.
I know thaumaturgy does that. I just don't know if prestidigitation can do that.
Give me one moment, and I will find this out. I want to say it can, but hold on. It is not. Yep, nope. It's only thaumaturgy.
Okay. In that case, I will not make my voice boom.
I have that, so you could tell me, and I could do
Oh,
that.
yeah. I could, I'll be like, do you mind if you know, make me loud for a second?
That one I can do.
Okay, then I will yell in Draconic over the voice of the crowd to Meek and say, like, I don't know, what would be something cool to say? Like, we wish to see the dragons. These scumbags are beneath us. And then I will use Dragon's Breath. I will cast it. Let's see. So it's a bonus action on myself, and then I concentrate on it for a minute, and I in a 15-foot cone in front of me, I will intentionally be far enough away that I will not hit the dais on which Meek and their companions are standing,
Sure.
or
Sure.
Escanita, any of my companions. I'll make sure I aim, but I'll aim into the crowd. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And
Great.
I will cast it with fire.
Okay.
And everybody needs to make a dex saving throw. It was in a 15-foot cone out away from me.
And I do my thing simultaneously,
Yeah.
but I can describe it after if you want. I have to sneeze.
Yeah, we all fail.
Great.
That
I
was
did
just
say
a
it.
collective roll for the crowd.
If it wasn't clear, I said it in Draconic.
Yes.
Okay. Could I have used telepathic link to make it, or my psi thing to make it like simultaneously occur in Meek's mind?
Yeah,
As well
absolutely.
as out loud. Okay, so Meek both hears it in Draconic and hears it in their head in Draconic. And then I cast that. That's, I think, 3d6 of fire damage. Let me check. Okay. Cast it. Level 2. Okay, so that's 7 feet or 7 fire damage, and we're not done. Because
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have bonuses from the thing? Yeah, good.
yeah, if I deal fire damage to a creature or flammable object, it starts burning. So everybody who failed is set
there
on
it is.
fire, and every 6 seconds they take 1d6 fire damage until they use an action to extinguish the flames on them.
while you do this,
Yeah.
I invoke the revelation in flesh, and I spend a sorcery point. This doesn't do anything useful at all, but you guys said you wanted me to look cool and tentacly next to you, so I spend a sorcery point. I can now see invisible creatures as well, within 60 feet, and my skin begins to shine with a strange mucus, and my eyes become writhing sensory tentacles.
Mm. Mm.
So now I'm just shiny and slick, and my eyes
Wow.
are
Amazing.
like
Love
gone.
it.
It's just like
That's high quality.
So
I could have more things on me, but I chose to just do the eyeball ones.
I'm just like,
This-
I'm with them.
yeah, so the simultaneous like those two together it creates this really weird, I don't want to call it a frenzy in the crowd, but like most like high level NPC adventurers, most that live the longest are more martial types. So this is mostly like your rogues and your fighters in this crowd. They are fucking horrified. Um, the the fire was a lot. And a lot of them are doing their best to stop, drop, and roll as the people who weren't burned outside the cone are just beating the shit out of them. Then they see the tentacle eyes, and most of the crowd runs for their fucking lives. It is like the most unsettling thing
I'm
most people in this crowd would have seen in a while.
I'm jumping and clapping like a schoolgirl while this is
Yeah.
happening.
Amazing.
Too.
Great.
I'm just like
Great.
yay and clapping my hands as they go. So
You see Meek at this point. Elsewhere in the crowd, yeah, so Meek is going to immediately like pat some of the kobolds beneath them on the head and just kind of like shoo them over to your cluster. And so you guys are all kind of led to stand right in front of Meek, so that you're like almost blocking their view. And elsewhere in the crowd, you see another kobold has made a long trek, and is finally coming back with Dura, who has all of the dragonborn that she's killed just kind of on a long chain, and just kind of lays it at Meek's feet, and is brought to stand with you guys. And then taking a cue off of Delilah's book, you can see Pan in the crowd drink something that he definitely did not like the taste of, and then shoots a multi breath weaponed blast into the air, so as not to harm anyone near him. And this is the he manages to pull off the 5 different weapon types known to chromatic dragons. So that's fire, cold, lightning, poison, and acid. And so that's just a wonderful shower. The crowd is now whipped up into its utmost frenzy as Pan is brought forward as well. Okay, there. So that's gonna conclude our selection process today. Thank you all for coming. If you could clean up the mess when I get out of here. We like to keep it clean here. So if you all could just tidy up after yourselves. Thank you for being here, and hail the Dragon Queen. And can I get a bye-bye now? Okay.
bye now.
Okay, but no, you're going with me. You don't say bye-bye now.
Oh,
We're going.
Sorry.
We're going. Oh no, it's
Hello.
okay. Hello there. we're gonna get going now. We're gonna be going down into the Warrens, and you're gonna have well, we'll talk more about it when we get down there. So just come on and follow me, why don't you? So they
My eyes
lead.
are still writing. It lasts for 10 minutes, by the way.
Beautiful.
Meek is treating this like it's normal. Like looking at you right in the like writhing tentacles, like um, you know, maybe they've seen weirder, who knows. So yeah, Meek leads you all to this little it's a little tent that only has room for a hatch. So one of the kobolds kind of steps forward, opens up the hatch, and there is a long what looks to be a very. Does everyone here have dark vision? I want to ask that before we get going. Great.
Yep, I have it.
Great. Good stuff. So yeah, you all can see down this. It goes down quite a ways, and it's made for the size of a kobold. So it's gonna be a tight fit for anyone who is not a small race, which I think is everybody here. We're all medium here. Meek heads on down the hatch. Do you all follow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Can I do like a perception check down the hatch?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah,
see,
sure.
is there just like a pit of spikes and it's like
No.
everyone dies if you to the
It's
dragon?
no, it's very I mean, as you're going down and down and down, like this is like maybe 200 feet plus, maybe 300 feet down, below the surface at this point. And as you reach the bottom, there doesn't seem to be anything nefarious or anything like that. But you are definitely in a very crammed, almost like rabbit-like warren type thing. So that is actually a good place for us to go to break. And when we get back, we'll go through a mini dungeon crawl thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Exciting.
All right. I will put us on break and we will see you in 10 minutes. 10
Sounds good.
minutes. All right.
Goodbye,
Bye, everyone.
everybody.
Hey everybody, we're back. And Tyler.
And me. Hello. So yeah, we're gonna hop right back in. We are just getting down into the Warrens. So Meek is gonna kind of lead everybody into this little kind of antechamber here. So and the kobolds, I don't have tokens for all of them, but they're kind of with y'all as we're going through. There's Dura. And so Meek still with her twig. Just gonna... hey there. Thanks for joining us today, and for being so great that we could get you chosen, get you down here. So here's how this is gonna work. We gotta make sure that you're a friend to the dragons. I mean the Githyanki, but mostly the dragons. So we got a series of it's just a minor series of tests for you here. And before she can say anything else, Dora actually just bolts this away toward this B area here, this bridge.
I don't have a token.
And you don't. Oh,
It's okay. I'll be this.
hold on.
Blue
Isn't that
blob.
you over on the left?
You're right.
Oh, you're right. I am way over
Yeah.
here. Sorry.
Great. Yeah. So Meek shoots the kobolds a kind of look. Looks back towards you all as Dura continues running. So yeah, we got some tests set up if anybody wants to. I mean, you could follow that one, but I wouldn't advise it. And as they're kind of talking, they're kind of squeezing past y'all, and then starts to move this way. Where are we going?
Immediately, Escanita is going to turn to the group and be like, this sounds like it could be a little bit dangerous, so do you want the... and she's going to like a chuckle, and she's going to pull out her robe and produce 4 little vials of like sludgy goop, like gray, super unappealing goop, and she's going to kind of hand you each one and be like, just take this if you ever like, I don't know, dying or whatever. And she's gonna like open one and take a deep whiff of it and just be like, yeah, it smells like aloe vera. She's gonna put it back in her little thing and
Smells
be like,
like what?
oh, okay, where are we going? Aloe vera.
Aloe vera. I thought you said owl
I heard
bear.
owl bear. Yep.
Yeah.
It
smells
also
like
smells
owl
like
bear.
owl bear a little bit.
I was like, ooh, is this like owl bear like piss that we're gonna chug like Bear Grylls style?
I would definitely take one of the jars and like do the same thing, like smell it and like, thanks.
Over the table, can I tell what it does over the table, or should we just let it be a surprise? I don't think it's
Let's let it be a surprise.
okay. Don't be like too scared of it, y'all.
Okay.
Remember the cookies. I would never give you
How
anything.
trusting are we of the goo?
The goo. It is a goo, like not appealing to look at.
Right.
It's like really viscous, like more than you would want a drink to be.
Alrighty. So, are we following Meek, or are we going to be following Dura?
I kind of want to follow.
Rachel, we can't hear you. I can see that it's like lighting up your Discord, but like I can't hear you.
Didn't unmute my actual microphone. It's fine.
Nice.
Don't worry about it. I would like. I'm not too smart, but Dora. Her name's Dora, right?
Dura, yeah. Dura. D-U-R-A.
Thank you.
Not the explorer.
Not
Dora
the
her
explorer.
cousin.
She's Dora the Explorer. I'm sorry. It seems like too gung ho and doesn't like even that's a little dumb for me. So I feel like I'm gonna follow Meek because that was the whole
Sure.
fucking point of being here.
Sure.
I'm also gonna follow Meek.
Yeah.
What kind of tests are these? Do you have any like hints or?
We're gonna get there in just a 3, 2, 1. I counted up and not down. That's fine. Don't worry about that. And then you hear a crumbling, and then a shout from down the way as you guys start to venture up towards this hallway, which once again very cramped. Um, you might assume that the shout was from Dura. We don't know. We might find out later. And also, like, as you guys are going through, this is also like a very thick fog. Everything is obscured to some extent, and Elise, you would know that this is probably an effect of the Guards and Wards spell. That it's probably the encampment, but if this is directly below it, it's probably extending downwards. So there's a layer of protection even down here. So Meek is going to lead you guys to this first room here. And it is surprisingly lavish. So this is like completely covered. Like you can't see the floor. There's so much gold and baubles and trinkets, and you spy some magic items of varying degrees. Go ahead and if everybody could give me a nature ability check.
And
Just to be that person, do I get advantage from my... I did name my pseudo-dragon.
You would actually get advantage from this pseudo dragon.
My
I know that-
pseudo-dragon's name is Shkrushk.
nice. I
Grush.
like that name.
Shkrushk.
I know
Oh,
that we're
actually,
rolling
Elise,
nature.
you probably won't need to roll. Actually, given the pseudo dragon.
Are we allowed to like do stuff before we roll, or do you want to resolve this roll first?
You do this roll first. Do this roll
Okay.
first.
I got a 17.
Okay.
I got a sick 14. No big deal.
Wait, do you want me to roll or not?
You do not need to roll. So,
About 13.
13. Okay, so anybody with a 15 or higher or did not need to roll, can pretty much immediately guess this is probably where they're storing the matron's hoard. This is a vast amount of wealth. And then I'll have another tidbit for you in just a moment. So Meek, once again, hey, so this is our first. It's kind of like a welcome room, you might say. We like to give a gift, here from the horde, to our chosen people to show, hey, you're a friend of the dragon. So just step on right in and take what you want. The second tidbit of information. For our 15 and above, or did not need to roll. The pseudo dragon is kind of whispering in your ear. No, don't. This is a dragon's hoard. Specifically, if these are red dragons, they are very protective of that hoard. This is a very weird. Hey, just go take this evil dragon's shit. They're not gonna mind.
Okay, but I still want to.
Escanita's gonna
You
start.
can.
Yeah. Escanita's gonna start like rifling around and stuff, and then just be like, nah, none of this is. We're the good stuff. I don't care about this crap. And she's just gonna like step over to the side of the room because I don't think she's interested in like gold and shit. She's
Sure.
just, I don't.
Can I make a perception check?
You certainly
Or
can.
perception to try and see if there's something good I can take?
Yeah, so go ahead with perception investigation. Either will work here.
Almost
Um,
18.
It's
but
a really good
5.
roll.
wait, doesn't CC know that you shouldn't be taking something?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You just want to take something. I see.
What's your
Yes.
passive perception though? That's the real question. Oh damn.
Mine too.
Not
She
very
blind
wise.
though?
Yeah, so because once again this is you get like everywhere you're going in this warren is very heavily obscured. So you're almost practically blind. So you're really having to get into this gold pile to, see if there's anything of worth. And you're just kind of like, sifting around. There's a couple like precious stones and stuff that you're finding, but nothing really of magical merit at this point.
So I know that this is probably like a trick, so I probably shouldn't take anything. But if you have anything really cool that you think it'd be okay to take, you could just let me know.
Does Pan seem to have made a move for anything from the horde?
Pan is just in the background, not so much watching what you're doing, but as soon as Meek says, take whatever you want, Pan is making his way towards kind of almost strafing the wall, the wall's corners to get to the next door, trying to touch like none of the gold, none of the.
I'll follow Pan and make a. Can I make a persuasion check and like point something magical out and be like, I think you'd really benefit from having that.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
I have
and
no
roll me.
charisma.
Well, we'll see how well we do.
I
here.
do get advantage because
Yes,
perpetually
yes, you
with
do.
foresight.
Yes, you do.
Look, it's a pan-shaped gauntlet.
Natural 20 for a 21.
I treat skill checks as crits. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh no.
Why are we all such
Wow.
terrible?
All right. Now, are you just telling him to do this, like, kind of as you get to him, or are you kind of holding off and doing this once everybody else has kind of decided what they're doing?
I would be. I wanted to kind of like follow Pan. Like as soon as I noticed him start to like skirt the side of the wall, I would just kind of be following him, and like I would love to like point out something that to my arcane eye looks magical, and actually like a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Pan is going to just kind of follow your advice here, and he is gonna take something, and he's gonna know he's doing it, but everybody else in the room, you really have to be looking for it. He pockets it, very very stealthily here.
I give him a good wink.
Okay, what I want to be doing is I want to be looking in this room again, like Ava's character, whose name I forgot how to pronounce. I am
Esquinita.
Esquinita. Okay.
Nailed it.
I am disinterested in shiny things,
Okay.
and I want to scour the room for like any like bugs or vermin or anything like that. Are there any little critters around that could be my friend?
Not in this room in particularly.
There's a kobold.
It's pretty much smooth stone all around, as if this was like someone used stone shape to make this. You'll have better luck probably in the hallways that are the ways. There's it's kind of not as well fortified as you're going down there, so there's some exposed dirt and roots and things like that where you might run into some bug friends.
Okay. All right, yeah, there's nothing here for me. All this stuff's just like, I don't know, kind of boring.
Right? If I wanted gold, I'd go punch that dragon dude in half again.
All right. So we've all made our decision and are continuing on to our next hallway here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you all file out, Pan definitely making sure that he is always the one that is going to be, if eyes in the back of my head. I'm going to make sure I'm the last out so that nobody can stab me in the back. He goes to step outside, and you see the wall as you turn your head. The wall closes shut. This is not a door closing shut. This is the wall has slid shut, and you can hear on the other side of the wall the kind of jingling of coins, and you just hear very faintly as you
No.
continue.
What the fuck is that? Oh shit. Okay, we're moving on now.
Did we just lose the helpful NPC
Yeah.
that we had along this? Wow.
Yeah, because
We have a new helpful NPC.
Yeah,
They're a
we
kobold named Meek.
we need that meme, Sarah. We need that meme. Best friendship ended with Pan. Now Meek is my best friend.
No, me, yeah.
Oh my god. I can't wait to read this module and find out all the things Pan was supposed to do to help us and to like keep us out of trouble. And like if only we had made friends with Pan. I just go straight for murder. I'm so sorry.
I'm guessing
everybody.
that Pan has like a grudge.
I'm just
had
like
a grudge against
everybody's
the
a
dragons and was,
rival.
like, here to kill
Everybody's
them
a
or
fucking
something.
rival. So let's
Everyone is a
go.
fucking rival. Let's go.
You're the AP student, level 17 AP student.
Oh wow. Good on y'all. Was that a good move? Was that a bad move? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we're done eventually.
I will say, I think Escanita's trying to stay in front just because she knows that she could like
That's
eat.
fine. I hadn't moved myself
Oh.
out of the
Sure.
thing and there wasn't a
So
closing stand.
yeah, so you're all technically on the first square, like back here.
Oh, okay.
Meek has kind of stopped you all from moving.
So this next one here, you're just gonna need to, I hope you're good at your reading, and you're you're good at reading. Yep. And then
Meek just very deftly skips across this hallway, almost like they're playing hopscotch, and all the kobolds kind of stay back with you, and so you notice now this hallway is full of all kinds of different scripts. Ava, you can read them all.
No, I can only understand language.
Oh, you
spoken
can't
languages.
read.
I can
you can only
yeah.
understand.
So I only
Okay.
can read English and Elven.
If only I
Okay,
had
okay.
used greater comprehension as my third eye, I could read them all. But I guess I can cast comprehend languages.
You could, yeah.
Let's do that. Oh, it would require it to be prepared. Oh wait, it's ritual. Do we have 10 minutes?
So where is Meek though?
Meek is at the other end of the hall.
How far is that?
Meek is oh golly, I gotta count now. About 65, 70 feet.
And where do the scripts start?
The scripts start sorry, I have to so they start like the next step that you would take, and they continue all the way up through the hall.
Okay, so like here to here.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So are we taking time and casting comprehend languages, or what do we?
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Rachel.
I was gonna say I'm gonna just look at Delilah, who seems to be intelligent. just say, I don't should I wait for you? I don't really know. But puzzles
Um,
aren't really my thing.
oh, is this actually part of the trial, or are we just are we just passing through?
I mean, he did a whole lot of skips and said that he hoped we knew how to read, and I'm not
Oh,
really good at reading, so I'm guessing
yeah.
that maybe we have to do specific skips, and I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I see. I'll pull out my spell book and I will take 10 minutes and I will cast comprehend languages as a ritual.
Sure. So that's what 11 minutes go by
11,
then.
yeah.
I get
In the
bored and
meantime,
absolutely start wanting to try and step forward because I start.
Escanita is like, okay, so like, what if you turn me into a bird and then I just fly through? No scripts, nothing. Problem solved. I don't even have to skip.
Oh
You
yeah,
could
can we
turn
just
like a.
fly?
You should try. That's
You
all I
think I
know.
should try? Okay, I can do that.
I think you should just go for it.
Delilah is focused on casting the spell, but she will just kind of like vaguely hear this in the background and just like as she's focused and like muttering the spell, she'll just be like, no, no. But like she's not actively trying to stop you because that would break concentration on casting the spell, but she is just kind of going, no, no.
So
I'm
as this time is passing, you're hearing thuds coming from the other side of the wall that has shut on our dear relative acquaintance Pan. There's definitely a fight going on, and as time goes on, it's still happening.
I don't know how to break through stone, so
I'll
think
shut.
that's so
Keep it up
tricky.
in there. You're doing great. Just keep going, and you'll. I mean, I'm sure you'll come out of this just fine, Pan.
I'm sure those 6 temporary hit points are doing him a lot
Yeah,
of
the
good.
cookie. Use the power of the cookie, Pan.
Um,
Feel the bat anus coursing through your bones.
I want to use conjure animals, and I want to get 8 beasts of a challenge rating 1/4 or lower.
Oh yeah.
And I want to try to have So I want to get some little like those cockroaches that are like kind of big. That's what I want to conjure,
Yeah, sure.
and I want them
Ew.
to
I
the biggest
don't
ones
like
that
it.
exist.
No, please. Why does it have to be bugs? You could have done rats.
I'm
Want
not gonna hurt my friends on
are
purpose.
oh, so you're sending them like scurrying across the
Right.
thing? Okay. How many hit points do they have?
It says don't know.
It would be whatever the stat block for the critter is, Sarah. So like assuming that there is no stat block for giant cockroach, but most like CR 1/4 have like a few hit points, so
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
like a handful.
We'll say 5.
Sure.
15. 15.
Yeah, and like given that like these are probably lower than a quarter, they probably can be stuffed on and killed. They're probably a 1 HP.
Probably. Okay. So that is good to know. Just give me one moment here. Okay. Yeah. So how many of them are there? Four you said?
8.
8. Okay. So and you're just sending them all off at once?
I'll say, because I can talk to them and I tell them what to do. And so I'm
Sure.
just like, all right, you're gonna go and count to 10. And you're gonna go and count to 10. That's what they're all gonna do.
Okay. So they're gonna all go. Basically the five, maybe 10 feet goes the first one, and then you see um, a small little slat open up in the wall on the side, and just there's a dart that shoots out, and you just see the giant cockroach just kind of like go limp. Um, and that's the first one. Are you just gonna keep sending them?
Yep. They just keep going.
Right.
Like you guys
Yes.
saw that, right? Saw that? There's a dart on that one. Don't step there.
So they'll just go one by one, and each one of them will make it to like a different spot. Some of them will still end up, in this general area. There's one that ends up getting like all the way to here, and then ends up getting darted. Um, it seems very random as to where they're getting shot from.
All right, my plan didn't work. Delilah,
Should I
how's
try
your
flying
magic? How's your magic?
Yes, Carol, just wait for a second.
I think right about now, Delilah, you'd probably be getting done with your comprehend languages.
Okay.
Is Carol like your legendary title or something? Is that some kind of like war name? Carol the Conqueror. Something like
Yes, Delilah says as she stands up with her spell book, finishing her. Yes, that is absolutely Delilah the All-Seeing, Carol the Conqueror. That is our legendary war names. Yes, and then I begin to decipher whatever's on the wall.
you should be
Sure,
very
sure.
proud of yourself.
So you see, I mean, you can now read all of the languages on there. It is in every script that someone could scrawl. You are picking up all of these little tidbits. You might recognize some of them as bits out of like a historical text that you might have like read in a library years ago. And they're all on dragons. They're all specifically talking about chromatic dragons and their worship. Talks about the cult of the dragon, which in the kind of standard D&D universe, that is the cult that is trying to bring back the chromatic dragon god Tiamat, who is known as the Dragon Queen. And lastly, go ahead and roll me just a straight intelligence check.
Any with foresight, would this have any type of?
Foresight,
Would it give me
you would still have
advantage?
advantage for this.
Okay.
Yep.
Pretty exciting.
22.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah. You can pretty easily child's play. I know exactly what this is. You can see there's a lot of like certain tiles will contain like entire phrases. You focus on one language specifically, Draconic, which only appears on certain tiles, and you can see kind of down the hall that it spells out in Draconic Dragon Queen. And you know this is probably the path to follow, especially given the amount of roaches that are on other tiles of different languages.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll try to explain it first. I'll be like,
Your push to talk, but Elise.
thanks. I was pushing the wrong push to. I had to push like a button depressed. It was not the right button. I'll try to explain it first, like in that really pedantic academic way. I'll be like, well, you see, actually, all of these texts are about Tiamat and the resurrection of the chromatic dragon races. It references some really great texts that I've read, and like just start like name dropping citations. And then finally just be like, so yeah, if you just follow, and I'll use prestidigitation to light up to make them glow.
Oh, great. Yep.
And so that everyone can see like where to step, and then just start walking the path myself.
Yeah, perfect.
Can I
So
use
yeah,
prestidigitation to make them sparkle with glittering pink?
you certainly can. So those two prestidigitations really help in making sure that you're all stepping where you need to step. Without them, you might have maybe had a harder time finding exactly where to put your feet. But this has gone a hell of a long way of making sure that you don't misstep at all. So we all can move on to room 2 with Meek over yonder.
I as I'm stepping on the correct things, every time I pass one of my little, deceased roach friends, I just
Mhm.
thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh, great! I love it.
Gross.
I love it. Um,
If I
Right.
was there, I would burn the whole place down.
um, so as you reach this next room, it's pretty um relatively claustrophobic because there is a large dragon skull in this room. The skull's mouth is open a bit, and you can see a kobold. Their hand is inside it, and they do not appear to be moving. Um, and Meek once again, tap tap. Hey there. So glad you could make it. So this is our next room. Thank you so much for being here. So if you would just as a kind of test of fortitude and constitution and such, if you would just put your hand in the dragon's maw, if you'd be so kind.
Do we need to move the kobold first, or?
You could. Yeah, we should probably bury that little fella. That's, they're not really supposed to do these here trials, but somebody got a little ahead of themselves, I guess. So, yeah.
Escanita
Um,
just like punches him to the side and immediately sticks her hand in.
okay. Could you go ahead and roll me a Constitution save?
Yes. 17, but it says here, one of these basically says like if I fail it, I can re-roll it for a key point.
Okay, sure. You have.
I'm also immune to
you
disease
said
and poison,
okay. Uh,
and I have abs.
you said 17.
Mhm.
That would be a failure. So if you'd like to spend a key point, you certainly can.
Yeah, I use
17
diamond
is a failure.
thing. Oh yeah, that's kind of spooky that it's a failure, right?
Um, I might let me look. I think that I can give you a D4 bonus.
I think you can, yeah, as a bonus action.
Yeah. I will altered outcome from my staff of fate. I'll go ahead and give you a D4 and you can just add that whatever you roll.
Okay. So 18 plus. So I don't know why it's rolling everything at advantage. I'm just taking the first one. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it
Sure.
just always
It's my
does
first
that.
time using the
I can
actual
if
roll
you
20
want to change
character
it, I
thing.
can tell you how, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So,
I'll just take the first one for now. So
so is
18
that
plus.
with the bonus?
That's without. It's 18 plus
You
whatever
have
the
to use
bonus
it now.
is.
You don't get to keep the D4. It's not like
Yeah.
inspiration.
So it's what is it? Plus it's a D4 or is it just plus
D4.
3?
Yeah, plus a D4.
Okay. So I guess 22.
Nice.
22. That will be a success. So you will take half damage. This is necrotic.
Is okay. I think I have a thing that says if I take half damage, I can just ignore the damage. But continue, please.
Sure. So you feel this dragon's teeth clamp down onto your hand here.
Oh, it's like a dex saving throw. Oh god, no, I'm just kidding. That's not that bad. Okay.
So you will take. So let me do math like a real human. 36 necrotic damage then.
It's not too bad.
And you hear a kind of cacophony of voices in your head. And they're kind of all overlapping at the same time. But their presence is very clear. And it's in common that you hear this. And I will go ahead and just show to players. There we go. Show to everyone. Cool. So the voice speaks 5 eggs, 5 eggs, 5 eggs for 5 heads, 5 heads, 5 heads. 5 eggs, 5 eggs, 5 eggs for my throne to bring me home. 5 eggs, 5 eggs, 5 eggs, my key home. And that's in text if you need that.
Cool.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty spicy, if I do say so. And she'll like stab herself with like her hands like
Sure.
all over and restore some health. Actually, you know what? This is a perfect time. I'm just gonna chug the little bottle.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
this is why I have this. And she's gonna like pull out the little globule and start like smacking it so like it comes
Sure.
out, and it's just gonna like, I mean, like a gloop onto her. Like it's more like lotion
Mhm.
than it is like a beverage, but she's just gonna
Sure.
like slurp it down and be like,
Sure.
oh yeah. And restore, I guess, 2d8 plus 2 hit points, and if I'm diseased or poisoned, it goes away, but I'm immune to those, so it doesn't matter.
Sure. Sure.
And that's it, I guess. I'm
Okay.
happy with that.
Who's next then?
Oh, all of us have to do it. That's great. Y'all will love this.
Yeah, do we all have to do it to move forward, or?
Well, how else could you prove your constitution to the dragons?
I thought it was like a group project.
I don't think I follow there.
Yeah, like she's proven that she's really constitutional,
Mhm.
and so then we are with her, and we are also that.
That
Oh,
checks out.
so you wanted this to be like we all pass
Yeah,
together, we
like
all fail
everybody has
together,
their
kind of a.
strengths, right? So
Whoa,
like
no, we don't
with
all fail together.
with
No.
the last one, no. So like with the last one, the really smart one did the smart thing, and then with this
Yeah.
one, the really con- constituted one did the dragon thing, and
Oh,
then
I
maybe in
get
the
it.
next one
Yeah.
I'll like lift a really heavy boulder, or
Sure.
maybe she'll smell at it really hard.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion, if you'd be so kind.
Oh my God, yes.
$17?
17, yeah.
Can I give her a D4 on the fate thing?
You can, yeah, if you
Actually,
want.
your persuasion is a really good bonus, right? I'm gonna use my portent and swap
Oh,
that
sure.
out for an 11. So you
Sure.
actually rolled a 22 on this and give you a fate D4. So I'm a divination wizard. I can basically just be like, oh, I foresaw the outcome of this. It was, and then
Mhm.
give.
That's crazy. So I got 23.
23,
And I'm
okay,
super
yeah.
fucking persuasive, so can't you tell?
Is it enough?
Wow, yeah, you kind of remind me of well, I mean, not to blaspheme, but you do kind of the conglomerate of you kind of reminds me of the dragon queen, because the dragon queen, she's got like the 5 heads. Now you kind of lost one of yours because I guess he was a little greedy. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, 4 hits is better than 1, and I think you got.
I do
y-
have a nice forehead. It's true. Thank you.
yeah, that's okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on then to the next thing here, and before we get to our next spot, I think this is actually a good place for us to wrap for what's a first part of this here one shot. It's a 2-shot,
No.
folks.
At least.
Oh my god, clutch persuasion check from Cece.
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
I was
really
like, I
glad
don't know
that,
what I'm
like,
gonna do.
hey, I'm
Mhm.
really glad that Esquinita went first. And did
It
all of
was
the and
yes.
took all of that
Yes.
damage, and then I'm also really glad that persuasion roll worked, that I could convince them to
That was
not make
amazing.
us all do it, because that's a lot of fucking damage.
I
Ray
Yes.
of
do.
Mercy is actually crazy. I can heal for 1d10 plus 4 3 times per 1 key point.
That's not bad.
So
Well,
I
we
can heal for
also,
3d10 per key point. So y'all could have just eaten that
wow.
damage to the face.
I mean, that 10d12 could absolutely knock Delilah out.
Nice.
Yep.
If it kills you, I can also bring you back from the dead, literally by punching you. Think about that.
That's what monks do. That's
Things as well.
our life and death.
Literally.
Okay, well, we will keep y'all posted on the two-shot. Oh, are we gonna resolve the giveaway tonight? That's something that I think Galway has to do. So if we want to hang on for that, but then we'll keep y'all posted on like what's gonna be when we'll do the second half of the two-shot, whether that's going to be during Spire time or if that's going to be something that we schedule in addition, depending on Sam's schedule and everything, because we obviously want to play Spire on Spire nights too. But yeah, I'm so excited to continue this two-shot. I can't wait. And maybe if the 5 of us can find a time that we can finish it up, we'll just make sure that we stream it and keep you all posted on when that's going to happen, so long as we don't overstep but we won't obviously override any other scheduling for Helpful Goat. So oh, look who won. That's Sarah.
Good job, Sarah.
That's
You
me.
won.
That's you.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Now you can read it. This giveaway
won't look.
sponsored by Cadbury Mini Eggs. You can tell us just how fucked we are by Delilah
Oh yeah, Galway, don't
murdering.
send it to Sarah until after we're done.
Yeah.
And you can also realize that there's no need for cockroaches in any one shot ever. They're
just rat
I say
anuses
we
in
need
cookies.
more cockroaches.
rat anuses and cookies is fine. Cockroaches are gross.
More
Cockroaches are
vermin to
gross.
come.
I'm okay.
Anything from the GM for the night before I close this out?
Nothing other than thanks for joining. This has been fun. I hope
Mhm.
everybody had a good time so far, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. Yeah.
Yay! All right. Well, I'm
Yay.
so excited. We'll see you for the next one of these, and tomorrow for the thing. You can, !Discord, find out all about our schedule in the announcements channel because Galway puts it there. So yeah, see y'all next time. Say bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody. Thanks,
everyone.
Tyler. Everyone say thank you, Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank
No,
you.
don't do that.
Thanks,
Stop.
Tyler.
No.
Everybody embarrass the GM.